Hello and welcome to Keeping Up with Candidates. I'm lucky to have two awesome guests. Who do we have today, starting with the red hair?
Okay. Hi, I'm Keira. I'm in 5th year, IS.
Awesome.
I'm Emily, and I'm in my 6th year of primary junior.
I'm Jacob. I'm in my 6th year, which is, I guess, the 2nd year of the Teachers College program. We don't really have too many classes together, I don't think any at all.
No.
I guess because Kira's in a whole different year, but
Yeah.
we got a lot of differences, so I'm going to highlight those differences today so other people can kind of think about what they might want to apply for out of high school or out of a 4-year undergrad program into the consecutive program. Quick note, a 4-year degree specifically is not required. You can use that or any completed acceptable degree. First question for you guys, when can you apply into these programs?
I want to do concurrent.
Yeah.
It's high school, but if you want to do consecutive, you have to have an undergrad first and then go into it.
Are you in consecutive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you?
Concurrent.
Okay.
This is also
Then
kind of a
this is
consecutive
perfect.
versus concurrent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I applied in 12th grade to do this whole program. But you have to in order to get into Teachers College still, you have to maintain your average in your undergrad.
Yeah.
To be able to get in. So for my program, I had to have a 75 in my top 10 credits of my first teachable and a 70 overall and a 70 in my second teachable.
Okay.
In order to continue in the program.
Yeah, and when me and Em applied, they had it 70% was your marks, and I think 30% was your experience profile, but they've since changed that, I guess, for the 2026 entry to be 70% marks, 30% Casper test, which completely changes the applicant pool, I think.
Yeah.
But
Completely.
I think you want those teachers that have worked with children, they have the experience, because experience was probably, I would think, would bring more reliant results, rather than those who, like me, did medical science and have done and might have done the Casper for another application and can now just basically reuse it for the teaching program.
Yeah.
Or even
Yeah.
take a teaching-oriented Casper test now. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Is that what it is? A teaching-oriented one?
While editing this video, I did some investigative journalism into this Casper test for consecutive applicants. So I posted on Reddit, for those that took the Casper test as part of their application, were the questions classroom or school-based, or were they more generic? And someone named Former Evaluator, which sounds pretty trustworthy to me, says, as a former evaluator, I can advise that the questions are usually mainly generic, with perhaps a few related to the program you are applying for. So you can take that with a grain of salt, but hopefully this post provides slightly more insight into the Casper test for consecutive applicants.
Interesting.
And that just started this year.
Yeah.
It was for the 26-27 entry, so the people that are starting
had to do it this year too.
this September. Yeah, and this year too.
Right?
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
that started September 2025 had to do that.
So the cohort behind us, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I think the only reason that I did get in was based on my experience. I had so much experience with kids, and if I had to do that Casper test, I don't think I would have gotten in.
I think it would have made it way more close for me.
Yeah.
Because spoiler alert for high school kids, it's probably easier to get a higher average for most students in high school. I'm going to generalize that a little bit. But after you have your undergrad of 4 years where you could have done biochemistry, and all of a sudden now you've got to keep up those marks and compare to somebody in art who also has super high marks for whatever reason. And you're competing with them. It doesn't matter you took biochem. It's all about your mark average and your Casper, so
Yeah.
it's scary.
I would be terrified.
But luckily, we all made it into the program. We didn't get kicked out or anything, which is great. Hopefully, we're going to graduate this year, which is a little scary. Kira's hopefully going to graduate next year, knock on wood. Round of applause. So, what are the differences between these two programs? PJ and JI are kind of similar, but Em, do you want to give them a kind of a debrief on how PJ and JI course content goes?
Yeah, basically PJ, you don't really have a teachable, so you're just being taught literacy in the classroom, math in the classroom, and then you're also doing science. These are all the first year components is literacy, math, and then you do science, you do music, you do what else?
A lot of inclusion classes as well.
Yeah, inclusivity, assessment, and then in your 6th year, you're doing dance, you're doing drama, you're doing gym, again, math, literacy, more inclusion. What else?
Dance,
yeah.
and then just inclusion classes, a lot more.
Yeah, so it's more mainstream classes, you're doing everything, whereas...
We're taking every class you take in elementary school.
Yeah, literally.
Kira, do you take every class that you would take in elementary school?
No, my classes are so we have you only take your teachables, like subject-wise. So I only take French and English because those are my teachables, and those are full year courses. And then for 5th year, you take law all year, so law professionalism teaching in Ontario. And then we have equity, diversity, inclusion, assessment, practice and policy, cognition, the exceptional learner, so like special ed.
But we're and tech too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have like it's a synchronous online class for tech. ICT teaching something, but it's like
teaching in a digital world
Yeah,
type
yeah.
vibe?
Oh wait, we did that.
I think we did that as well in first
in
year.
first semester of first year. So
That might be one of the only overlaps that we have then.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we take every course you take in elementary basically,
Yeah.
and you mainly take only your teachable
Yeah,
main
like
courses.
I don't take math or anything, like no math, no science, no art, nothing like that. Like I just take French and English, but I still have to do the math proficiency test.
Yes.
Like I'll still have to
Which
do that,
is-
which is awful, and I'm so bad at math and I'm so scared.
It's okay. I'm really bad at
It's fine.
math and I pass. So
Don't worry, guys. I have a podcast with Zoe and Haley that has been out for a hot minute, and you can look at it to get an overview of what the test's going to be like.
Okay.
it's
Well,
good.
not exactly what it's going to be
Shameless
like.
plug.
But shameless plug. Shameless plug. So, yes, IS only specializes in their subject, which I guess could be a benefit. I kind of like how we get to take every single class again. It's kind of a refresher on everything.
And I think that's like important too, because technically I could end up teaching grades 7 and 8 still. Which,
You probably will get a placement in that if I
yeah,
believe.
which means like I'll have to be teaching all those classes. Which for my law class we did one assignment where they made us like pick something different to like teach grade 7 and 8, or like they made us go over the 7-8 curriculum, because when you're in IS, like you barely focus on 7 and 8. But it's scary because you probably are going to get a placement there, and you are going to have to teach all those classes that you never talk about. So
Yeah, that's
I'm a
that's
little
crazy. Like a lot of my friends, they've gotten 7-8 placements, and the fact that you don't get to like learn all these subjects.
no, like you're telling me I have to teach them math and science and like
Geography?
or what is it,
And-
social studies?
Yeah, and you haven't actually taken it for like a
no,
year.
I haven't taken any of that ever, like since high school. I took a science in first year because we had
I didn't
to
think
have
of that,
a science.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I haven't taken math or science or geography since high school.
That's the nice part about Teachers College. Like you do have so many resources, and you can rely on your friends like so
Yeah.
often. Like
Yeah.
everyone's collaborating constantly. So
Keira, I want to cycle back to your practicums. I forgot that we just get general placements. You get, of your 3 placements, I believe 1 or 2 is supposed to be specified to your
So,
teachable, correct? Or
From
teachables.
my knowledge, we have to have at least 1 placement in our first teachable. So I'll have to have at least 1 French placement, and we have to have at least 1 in senior, so 11 or 12. At the bare minimum, I have 1 in French and 1 in an 11 or 12 class. But those are the only like actual requirements I know. Like all my other placements could be like in English or 7 through 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the only
that's
like
crazy.
real rerequirements that I know that the Practicum office has to like accommodate.
The Practicum office, from what we hear all the time, is they go through the ringer each year trying to, like, because 11 and 12 French class, like, that's one of the rare classrooms probably in the area, right? So
It doesn't, I don't think my 11-12 has to be French. I just have to have a French and
Oh, okay.
an 11-12. I don't think. It'd be cool if I had 11-12 French, but I don't think it has to be.
Okay, that's good they at least verify that, because you
Yeah.
could also, I guess, get 2 7-8 classes, and then,
Yeah.
but
Like
I guess,
could have
yeah.
like a French like rotation in 7-8.
Yeah. Then you might even have like a 4 or a 5 or a 6
Yeah.
on
that I
Rotary
have
too.
to like watch.
Oh jeez. Scaring
That would
her.
be fun.
No, you'll like it.
So I theoretically could get a 9-10 placement, but Brock tells us we're never going to get one, and that won't happen. So it's kind of interesting how I don't have to worry about teaching a specified unit in high school, even though I would like to do that. But you got to teach a grade 7-8, and that might be like complete whiplash for you, actually.
Yeah, I'm scared about that.
You'll be okay
I'm a
though.
little nervous.
What was your first placement in?
I haven't had my first placement yet.
Yeah, it
Oh
starts
yeah,
end of March.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
It's crazy how far behind it is from like ours. Like
Yeah.
That's a good point. We should talk about that.
well, we had in our first year we had the one. We only have one, and you only have one,
Yeah.
right? So we had it from when was it? Like 2 weeks before Christmas break, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then it's Christmas break, and then you come back and you do what, 4 weeks?
It's
Or
a
another-
total of 8 weeks.
8 weeks together. Yeah.
So I think it's 6 weeks from January to February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we don't have another one, and then we have another one in second year, and it's like right after Halloween, like beginning of November.
Yeah, I think for 6th year, like that's what mine will be like next year. They'll all be at the same time.
Yeah, I think so too.
After like October reading week, or like at the end of October, and then at the end of February in the second semester.
Which I don't know which I honestly didn't mind the 2 weeks and then going into Christmas break, because having that break in between was really nice.
Yeah.
Going straight like 7 weeks in this last placement was exhausting. Like, it was a lot for sure.
In our first year, our first placement is first 2 weeks of December.
Yeah.
But Kira's in her first year. She's got to wait till March.
Placement starts March 30th.
Placement
So
starts
basically
March
April.
30th.
Yeah.
So it's the last thing you do during the school
and it's
year.
8 weeks. I mean, it's 8 weeks straight. So March 30th till May 29th
Jeez.
is my placement.
But I believe what happens in December for you.
Like we just finished on the last the last week of classes, so I basically have all of December off.
Nothing in December.
Yeah, like I finished December. When was it? Like 3rd or 5th this year. So like I was done.
And so you have a full month off.
Yeah. Do you guys have May off though?
No,
In our first year,
In your first year?
we
no?
still went until like May 16th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird because we
It
were in
was.
classes
May 16th.
and there was no one at
It
the
was
school.
like the second week of May.
Okay, so like maybe it kind of like evens out, cause
I think it does.
cause like
Yeah.
I get like 2 weeks in December that you guys don't get, and then you
I
get,
think
like,
it's
2
still
weeks in
12
May.
weeks of class, then 12 weeks of class, then 8 weeks of placement, something like that. I think,
Yeah.
however it works, we still get the same quantity. All of this information may change because when I was talking about the transitional certificate, I decided to email one of the overview people for the program. They said in future years, such as maybe the 26-27 year or the 27-28 year, Brock's going to switch to 2 45-day placements. We'll see if that actually happens, but this information could be outdated. So while I was editing this episode, the information did in fact become outdated. So after we finished recording this podcast, Brock emailed out requests for feedback surrounding the concept of this teacher education program transitioning from 2 years to 1.5 years. This would mean candidates would graduate in December. This plan included 2 longer placements as well. Now, the government has announced that teacher education programs will be transitioning from 2 years to 1 year starting May 2027. This also includes a longer placement portion. There are many pros and cons overall, but as we have said on other episodes of this podcast, exponential growth happens in placements, so that'll be great for other teachers. However, as I've noted, longer placements can tire out candidates hard. Although exponential growth does increase, it can be a lot to bear. But as for now, our practicum schedules are widely off depending on what you choose. Although PJ and GI were the same.
Like the exact same.
It's kind of like the younger grades and the older grades are different. I want to talk about real quick community building. How is the vibe in IS?
Like between the cohorts?
Between the cohorts, yeah.
Yeah, like it's pretty good. Me and my cohort, like they seem to have kind of put people together like by teachable. So like a lot of people in my cohort are also in English. So I have like all of my classes with a lot of the same people. I think there's 8 people in my English class that aren't in my cohort.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So
Kind of strategic grouping there a little bit.
yeah, it's a lot of the same people. And everyone gets along pretty well. Like, you do, like, build a community. Like, when people do presentations, like, everyone's more into it because you're all friends. It's been pretty good. We have, like, a picture of all of us at the end of last semester in one of our classes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that means you don't get to do gym class together. You don't get to do drama class together. You don't get to do dance class together.
It feels like drama. Like, some people like, come and do presentations and, like, dress up. Like, last week there was, like, a presentation on Shakespeare, and they came, like, full
head to toe.
outfit, and then we
That's
had
awesome.
like a presentation on Halloween, and people were dressed up for Halloween.
Oh, that's so fun.
It still works.
Yeah.
You guys have also probably known each other for your undergrad perhaps as well a little bit.
A lot of like, my cohort, I didn't end up with anyone else that majored in French. Like, all of my other friends from French were put in other cohorts. So for me, I didn't really know anyone in my cohort. But a lot of them do seem to know each other from undergrad. But I've, like, made friends with them now, so it's good. But it was, like, unnerving the first week.
It was kind of funny and consecutive because we were, like, more slowly, I guess, becoming friends and becoming a tight-knit cohort. We just had one day where, by coincidence, or maybe it wasn't, I don't actually know, 4 of us, it wasn't me, but 4 people all wore a green shirt and black pants to present. And then for every single class after that, every group that was presenting wore green and black pants. It was hilarious.
We kind of did that in our spec ed class because the groups were based on like notebook colors. So every group that went up to present like wore their notebook color. So like my group was
That's
yellow,
hilarious.
so we all wore yellow.
Yeah,
for
that's so
presentation.
fun.
How would you say the community building is in the PJ cohort, or even the JI cohort?
I'd say it's awesome. I mean, I think that like because our cohorts got mixed this year. Last year our cohort was like super tight knit and it was like one, and then our cohorts got mixed. Like Jacob and I were in different cohorts. We're still in different cohorts, but they got like swapped. With that being said, like I feel like it just made like both the cohorts kind of mix and mingle even more, and we've gotten to know each other, which is awesome. And next week we have an event. We're going to Salas 61 and we're going to have lunch together.
M goes above and beyond in community building.
I love it. I love events and I love like getting everyone together. And I feel like because it's such a big program, it is important to like build those relationships, especially because when you step into placement, like you have to be pushed to like go to the staff room and like speak to other teachers and like get to know the other staff and like
talk to other candidates in your school sometimes too.
So yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's just so fun. Yeah.
No, it's great that we get to bond with each other. And it's if new people are entering the program, try to do something similar to what Em's doing, because it's literally changing the. Yeah,
I'll help
I'm
you.
sure she's got advice for
I
it.
will
So.
stay event planner for this program.
So you're doing like both cohorts, or how many?
So last year I did an event and I did it at like one of the restaurants downtown in St. Catharines, and it was a whole program event. So I
Okay.
did like a whole Bachelor of Education event, and that was in, I think it was April. I think it
Yeah,
was
end of the
towards
year.
the end, yeah. That one was awesome. It was so great. And then I did another one in Halloween. I did it actually for 5th and 6th years.
Wow.
But it was very just like
Where was I?
word of mouth. It was very word of mouth. And then I put out I had little poster things that I put out to all the classes.
It's okay, low-key, I'm like, I probably would have seen them and like, I'm antisocial.
No.
Like, I'm not.
See, and I'm the type of person that would have been like, if I'm in your year, I would have been like, Keira, you're coming.
No, and I would have done that like, yeah, like earlier in this year because I didn't know anyone in my cohort. Like when people were planning stuff, I was just like,
Yeah.
I
No,
like
it's scary.
was just reading
A
the
little
group
nervy.
chat. But
It
like
is.
people in my cohort, like next Tuesday, there's like a Galentine's night for like our
Oh,
cohort.
that's cool.
So we're doing that, and then some of the girls are organizing like a lunch on our last week
Yeah.
of school
Awesome.
for like everyone to go to before we all go to placement.
Like it just makes everything more fun.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
it's like-
yeah, it's awesome. That's kind of, I think that's like a teacher type thing to do.
Yes.
Get everybody to do a fun activity.
That's our
So-
specialty.
So, Keira, it sounds like you're having a lot of fun in your IS program, and it sounds like Em's having a lot of fun in her PJ program. I'm in my JI program. Have we ever thought about transferring between divisions?
No.
Really?
Like going down to a different grade.
Yeah,
level?
yeah.
No.
Wow.
I like have not to say like no desire. I even like 7-8. I kind of do want to do a 7-8 placement just to see if I actually don't want to do it. Because as of right now, like if somebody asked me, I would say no, I don't want to teach elementary school. But I won't know obviously till I try. But like no, I don't really have any desire to like teach younger grades or anything like that. Like I'd rather be in high school, teach my subject areas, and like work with older kids. I don't really know how to talk to little kids. Like I don't know how to deal with them. I don't think I'd have the patience for them. But I think it's so funny because like I like people in PJ, like I say like, oh no, like little kids, and they're like, ew no, like older kids. Like it's the same vibe. Like we both just, I don't know if you want that, but like a lot of the PJ people I talk to are like, I don't want to teach high schoolers. Like they have attitude. Like they're older.
Would you think about changing divisions?
Yes. I love little kids. I've always worked with little kids, but so when I actually applied to the program, I was like, well, I have to do PJ because I don't have teachable because my undergrad was child and youth studies. And I would love to work with little kids. Like I love them. I want to teach kindergarten, but I have always wanted to be a gym teacher. And when I was a camp counselor, I was with the little ones. And then like after 2 years, I was like, can I be with the older kids? And they said no because they're like, you're so good with the younger ones. But I would love to like get AQs in the other streams because I think it would just be like a good experience. And I love older kids. Like I love being a mentor for them. So we'll see.
That's
We'll see
awesome.
what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, whatever program you do, say you graduate IS or you graduate GI or you graduate PG-13. Whatever you do, you can still get AQs and ABQs, which will be the next episode that I hopefully do, where we kind of craft some career paths for some people. But yeah, if you are in IS, for example, you could get a junior ABQ, and you can get a primary ABQ. And if you're in PJ, you could get an intermediate ABQ and a senior. And for me, I could get a primary and a senior. So we've all got lots of options we can do. And Brock offers a bunch. Other schools offer a bunch as well, but some gives you discounts. Some have different timings to them. But yeah, you can change your division. Even in my class, a lot of people want to teach high school, just how it is.
Do you want to?
I already booked an ABQ to do drama intermediate, and then I'll eventually get my drama senior where I can do high school, and also my biology senior where I can do high school.
Wait, that's
So we'll
awesome.
see where that goes.
Do like grade 9, 10.
I can do grade
With
9, 10
intermediate-
science, yeah. What do you guys, because we've got some extra time here, what do you guys want to get ABQs or AQs in? We can actually talk a little bit about that.
I think for me, I do want to do both JI and IS, just because like I feel like I want to experience it and supply in that area and then see if I like it. Because once you get into the schools, like I don't want like an LTO right away, and I don't want to be like doing a full-time position right away. I want to supply first and see what grade I like the best, because I feel like a lot of my ATs and just like supply teachers who have come into the school, they've already said like supply for a bit. Like burnout is real, and
Yeah.
it's important to like know what you like, know what you dislike. So I feel like getting in both, and then I don't know, maybe I'll do phys ed. We'll see. I would love to do that. That would be like my dream. But
Do you have any like phys ed like prerequisites, like any phys ed classes you took in like an undergrad or anything?
I have no idea. I don't even remember what I took in my undergrad.
Doesn't matter, because at some schools for AQs and ABQs, you don't need any prerequisites to take the
God!
intermediate teachable.
Oh, that's the best thing
That's
I've
how
heard
I
all
did
day.
drama, because I didn't take any drama classes in my undergrad, and at some specific schools, you can just take it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Same for I think it's drama and phys ed are two for sure. Some schools you don't need any prereqs from, but I'll
Life
get
is
into that
so
more
good.
eventually.
That is good.
Yeah.
I think I want to do the spec ed ABQs? I don't
So
know what they are.
ABQ is like a new division,
Oh, okay. Then
and
I'll,
AQ is like a qualification in an area.
then I'll do, it's an AQ then. The
Yeah.
spec ed AQ. I think there's 3 of them that you have to take before like it's complete. So I want to take those. Maybe phys ed. No, I don't know how badly I want to be like a gym teacher, but I'll also take like, I wanted to do the PED, like the professional development on like coaching, because I'd love to like
I did that one.
coach
Yeah.
a team or like assistant coach a team. Not that I'm like the most athletic person, but I do think it's just like a fun little community when you're
Yeah.
like coaching
It
a
is, for
sports
sure.
team.
100%.
So
Yeah, you should take
That's
that
a
one. I
good
love
one.
that one.
yeah.
You do it already?
I did it last year, yes. Coaching, and it was also coaching in schools or something like that. I
That's
thought it was really
cool.
useful.
I didn't even
so.
know that was a thing.
Oh, I also
was an
wanna
online
take,
meeting.
Like, I think there was one about like deaf and hard of hearing.
Did that one
professional
too.
development. Yeah, I take that.
They're
one.
really
And
good.
I'm going to some in March about French, and I forget what the other one is, but there's like back to back like French and something else that I'm doing.
Actually, fun fact, it was on your apply to education thing. It's literally a spot that says certificates and I think it's just certificates. And so, OFSA teaching course, boop, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, deaf and hard of hearing course, boop, right there. And there you go. My application was supplemented from those 2 things that I did. I did a bunch more in undergrad, but yeah, it was great to have those on the application. So,
Hey, what do you have right now already?
like, in terms of
Your-
certificates.
Yeah. He's pulling up his list.
Pulling
Uh-oh.
up my list. I did a Med Plus program in collaboration with my medical science undergrad. So that we had a lot of meetings and stuff we did, which was actually perfect for this stuff. I got a certificate for doing supporting deaf and hard of hearing students, one for doing the Power Glen Science Fair, one for an OFSA coaching seminar that I just talked about. I also did SNAP at Brock, which is inclusion and helping movement competencies from a variety of students that come from different schools. And then in my medical science program, or my Med Plus program, I did a empathy effect, countering bias to improve health. And then I did a choices and changes about how to motivate healthy behaviors. So I think there's significant overlap in what I'm doing now. So
100%.
I think those are very
That's awesome.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Good for you. Now that's motivated me to
Oh,
get on my
that's what
certificate.
the certificate's for. Healthy motivation. Awesome.
Seriously.
So I guess Keira doesn't actually have any whoopsies, but do we have any
Like
amazing practicum stories that we want to talk about?
I'll talk about a student. I love this student. And I think that's like the most important part about like being in placement is like still loving the student even when like, you know, they might show some bad behaviors. That's okay. And I feel like this student they have exceptionalities. They've been diagnosed with stuff, but they would just like be really, really aggressive at times. Like that was super hard. And I think it like sat with me, and I can't take it personally because, like, you go home. It's like you can't do anything about it. Like, their home life is the way that they are, and, like, that's kind of just how it is. But I think reminding yourself that when you're in placement, like, you have to remember, like, you're just there to teach them and you're there to support them, and, like, that's really all you can do. But this kid would, like, throw things at us and, like, hit us and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so young, like, what's going on? But my mom would always be like, you just have to give them a hug. You just have to, like, show them love. But then you can't give kids hugs. So it's like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know.
Just
it's, like,
standing,
so
like,
hard.
3 feet from them, like,
No, literally.
an air hug.
Air hug. So I feel like that's the hardest part with me because I am PJ. It's like I want to show these kids so much love because a lot of kids need love, especially when you're in, like, a lower income school, which I was for my last placement. But I feel like it's just, like, positively reinforcing them and giving them words of affirmation and all that good stuff that you can't do physically because you can't hug kids anymore. So.
And then in JI, it's all about, like, their mindset, really, because I've had a 6 and then a 6, 7, and then an 8 class.
Oh, so you've had way older.
Yeah, just how it worked out.
I had
I don't
3
know
and
if I'll
1.
get a 4 and a 5, but I might get another 7 and 8. I don't know, because the grade 6 might have counted as a junior placement. We got to talk about your specific placements later, but yeah, it's more in JI. It's all about, I found, changing their mindset. Like, they're so negative on themselves because they've gotten a little older, and it's just how they are, you know, they're looking up to their peers around them, and it's just a lot more negativity. It's just, again, positive mindset, but again, you can't give them hugs. Not
Yeah.
that's just how I am. I don't really like giving out hugs. I like
such a
fist bumps
hugger.
more. But yeah, it's a lot of mindset stuff. And an intermediate senior, they're probably a little more, I'm assuming high school here, they're a little more like independent workers, but it's still just about, like, they might be dealing with some more mature things in their life, right?
Yeah, definitely probably still about mindset. Like, I'm interested to see how it goes if I do get a high school placement and, like, what I need to focus on to help them. Especially, like, in our French class, we talk a lot about, like, language insecurity, like, helping students feel more comfortable speaking in front of people. But I think, like, in law, I'm so nervous about going to placement or being a teacher because all they do in law is tell you, like, ways you're going to lose your license.
Oh, I know.
Or they're like,
Yeah.
like, don't tell them you like their shoes. That's favoritism, and it might be seen weird. Like, don't tell them you like the band on their shirt. Don't tell them you like the sports team that they're wearing, because then if another student doesn't like that sports team and they get a bad mark on something, bias.
It's so hard. That law class I was like,
It was one of my favorite classes, but it was like every single lesson you're like, I need
Why
to
am I
absorb
teaching?
all of this right now.
Yeah, like, actually delete all of your social medias, even if they're private. Like, don't have anything. I'm like,
not gonna happen.
okay. I was like, okay. But yeah, I think that's the only part I'm nervous about is, like, the fact they're like, don't get it wrong, like, teaching's so much fun, but, like, watch everything you do.
Yeah.
So in oh my god, in another podcast, Alessia and Ashley talked about how there's more regulations around teaching than there is for nurses.
No, literally.
It's insane.
Or just them being like, even, like, obviously I understand that when you're not in the school, like, you're still a teacher, but it's like, you can't, like, one of my like, teachers for law was talking about how she was, like, on vacation in Greece and there was a student there, and, like,
Jeez.
he took a picture of her on the beach or something, and, like, she had to, like, go to her principal and be like, by the way, like, this student saw me, like, I swear I wasn't, like, drunk messing around in Greece on vacation. But, like, I was like, or just seeing students in the grocery store where they're like, don't ask students about, like, don't talk to them about, like, personal things when you
Yeah.
see them outside of the school.
Which is crazy because me as a student, like, I would totally go up to my teacher and be like, oh my god, what are you doing here?
And then you'd probably be like, why aren't they talking? Like, why are they ignoring me or
Yeah.
something like that?
I'd feel so
right?
weird if I saw my student, like, in a store and they were just like,
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, did I do something?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why it's like, you just have to, like, feel it out. You
Yeah.
have to see, like, I've had, like, ATs who have said, like, oh, I saw my student at Dollarama the other day and I said hi to their parents and stuff. And, like, you're basically following in your AT's footsteps, and that's just going to guide you to where you should be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll figure it out on your own later on.
We had a lot of great points here, and I'm going to close with our last question here. Do you have any advice for people that are entering from their undergrad or even from high school? What would you tell them about entering your division?
If you're entering primary, junior, you should probably work with kids first. work with kids, get the experience. See if you
Even
like
though
it.
Brock doesn't require you to.
Yeah, even though Brock doesn't require, and a lot of schools, other schools don't as well, get the experience, and yeah, just have fun with the program. It's so much fun.
I think, like, entering from high school, keep in mind, like, you can change like what you want to do throughout the program. Like, yeah, you are signing on to Con Ed, but that doesn't always have to be how it ends up. It's a great program, but if it's not what you end up wanting to do, like some programs you can still graduate after 4 years with like your undergrad degree, even though you were technically in Con Ed, you can still get your major as a degree. And like you can switch your teachables. You don't have to declare your second teachable till the end of first year. So you can take like as many courses as you want to figure out what you want your second teachable to be, or you can switch your first like by talking to academic advisors. Yeah, I think.
Even in my 4th year, I was researching these, the consecutive program, and I'm like, oh, for AQs, you need 2 undergrad classes in chemistry to even apply for that AQ. I think it might even be 2 full-year chemistries or 3 full-year I'll have to put it on screen for a sample, but some of them require undergrad classes. For example, if I wanted to do drama at Western, they require 2 or 3 full years of drama classes. At some schools like Windsor, they don't require anything for drama. If you want to do a specific teachable, look forward into your undergrad and see where you have elective room and see if you can put those teachable classes in there so you can have that option for when you graduate, because it might be a lot easier than, for example, if I had taken 2 drama classes or 2 full-year drama classes during my undergrad, I wouldn't have to take this junior drama class right now. I could just take the senior one.
From my knowledge, like I had some friends in JI concurrent education, and they had a lot of elective classes in like 3rd and 4th year. Like even if you already have a teachable, you can get like a minor or like potentially a second teachable using your elective spaces. And then you just have like, if you had your teachable was science, but then you did like a minor in French, like you could probably translate that eventually to a teachable, or get like an AQ or an ABQ easier.
Yeah. One person in my program actually is taking online classes through some other university right now to get her English, her 2 credits in English, so she can do the senior English. It's a lot right now, but you could have done it during your undergrad if you had known your career path back then, right? But it's a little hard. So if you're in coming out of high school, keep your options open. You got a lot of electives, you got a lot of room, use it to your advantage. So I want to talk real quick about getting thrown to different campuses, because I think you almost got thrown to Burlington, right?
Like I could have gone there. It depended on your teachables. I had friends, so at Burlington for IS, they only do like, if your teachables were drama or science, you were automatically sent to Burlington. Like they weren't teaching those at St. Catharines at all. So I had friends who asked to stay in St. Catharines, but they got Burlington because their teachables were drama or science, which was just like
after they had done 4 years at Brock.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which like I guess like
or St. Catharines campus.
Yeah.
When you apply, like when I applied, it did say like campuses. Originally when I applied, it was Hamilton or St. Catharines, but like so I understood that there was like the potential of going to Burlington. But they made it seem like whatever you request. And they didn't say, I don't think, when we were requesting our campus, that if you had a teachable, you were going to be at that campus. So
it's a lot of hidden information.
Yeah, and they're letting people know earlier and earlier now. Like I have a friend in 3rd year who just found out what campus she's going to be at. I didn't find out till December of my 4th year what campus I was going to be at.
So. Rent's due in May.
No, literally, well, and that's scary because you have to sign like so many leases.
Yeah.
You have to sign them in like November.
Yeah, my friend.
And then you don't know.
She had to like start looking for an apartment in Burlington, and then I have another friend who he's like commuting all the way from where I'm from, which is like, if he's commuting I'm from Oshawa, it's like 3 hours one way just to get to Burlington. So
yeah, I think it's super controversial because I know my friends who were in concurrent, they went back because they're from Oakville, and so then now they're at the Burlington campus, but they're like, oh, we wish we stayed. You know, like we got that full like 6-year experience at the St. Catharines campus.
And I feel like there's more community here than there is at the Burlington 100%. Campus, because there's just so much more to do here. The Burlington campus is small, and it's like a community center, I think, right? That they like.
Yeah, they're currently still transforming it into whatever they're trying to make.
And now that they've put more people there, like I heard the parking situation's a little rough.
We got an email that confirmed the parking situation.
Yeah.
Rough, but
I got that and I was like, yikes, because my friend drives there, like, and a lot of people who end up at Burlington are commuting. Yeah. So they are driving to campus, which is just rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like, I had people in my cohort last year, and then they emailed Brock, and they were like, we're commuting from like Mississauga. Like, Burlington makes more sense for us. So they allowed them to move.
And we've also got some people in our program who didn't know that was an option, that
Yeah.
didn't do that, and are still coming from Guelph to St. Catharines.
Yeah, Guelph, Toronto, like, it's...
Point is, if you got a problem, email them. They say they might not be able to do it, but odds are they might. They might.
Probably will.
They probably will.
I have a friend, like the one I
Hopefully.
was talking about in third year, she originally requested Burlington, but then realized she wanted to stay in St. Catharines. So even though she got placed in Burlington, she reached out and they're letting her stay in St. Catharines.
Emails save lives. Emails save
Emails
lives.
do save lives. That's how I got into this program, literally, because I got waitlisted first.
Ooh, and you emailed?
Thank you for watching this episode. I think we got a lot of great information for prospective concurrent students and consecutive students as well. Yeah, thanks so much for Em for joining and Keira for joining as well.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
No problem. I think this will be an excellent, iconic episode that we have here. So we'll wave to the camera and say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.